Hey everyone, my name is Taps and I'm happy to report that I've been given access to the private beta gameplay for Illuvium and it is super fun. I cannot stop playing. The graphics are beautiful, the game mechanics are well built, and it's incredibly strategic. Now keep in mind this is beta, so this is the first look. There are things that we are reporting slowly, but it already looks incredible. And there will be a lot more refinement coming, but we're already seeing exciting signs that Illuvium is going to truly be the top blockchain game this year by far. In this video, I'm going to show some of the gameplay, explain exactly how to play, show some of the biggest influencers who they're working with who are actually leaving Axie to play this game, and just how massive the market is for the auto battler, auto chess style game. Let's get it. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the community, feel free to subscribe. I'm a crypto stock and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. And I've covered Illuvium in a number of videos over the past year, and I'm looking forward to showing you the gameplay. But first, let's touch on what's going to happen to the space because of Illuvium, just how massive this type of genre game is, as well as what's happening with current massive blockchain gaming influencers already hopping in and having private beta access as well. Something you all need to realize is the wave of awareness and interest that Illuvium is generating and how it's going to go parabolic, just like Axie did back in 2021. 3.5 billion in NFT transactions in 2021, accounting for more than 2/3 of the volume within the blockchain gaming space. Now, I bred Axies, I played the game, and I made some serious money breeding those Axies, but I did get bored of the game. It wasn't really appealing to me as a gamer. But I do believe Illuvium is going to have similar, if not greater, results than Axie did last year in 2022, when the main game is released to the public later this year. It's a AAA game that speaks to an extremely popular genre of game, the auto battlers / auto chess, and it ties in crypto and NFTs. It just makes sense. First of all, we're already seeing two of the biggest Axie YouTubers, streamers, already hopping into Illuvium. See, Bryson has done some recent videos and is extremely excited about Illuvium. 179,000 followers on Twitter and over 44,000 subs on YouTube. Same thing with KG Jan. KG Jan has 71,000 subs on YouTube. He is extremely well known in the space as a blockchain gaming YouTuber, and we can see that he is also very, very much now into Illuvium, streaming the gameplay. He himself said the #1 NFT play to earn game. So while the game will have an open world where you can quest and adventure with your ranger, the battle style is that of an auto battler or auto chess, similar to Teamfight Tactics or Dota Underworld, which are hugely popular in the world of gaming. In 2019, auto chess was the most popular genre of video game in the world. The release of Dota's auto chess had gained over 8 million players worldwide, with Riot Games releasing Teamfight Tactics a few months later. TFT claimed the throne on Twitch that year and is even played professionally around the world today. There are tons of people who play Teamfight Tactics and upload videos on YouTube, same thing with Dota. And we even have a former Teamfight Tactics pro who is also in the private beta for Illuvium. So when you think about the reach into the broader gaming world, Illuvium is making leaps and bounds, as we can see from Veve, who is a Teamfight Tactics streamer himself. So when you have a legit Teamfight Tactics streamer who is now jumping into Illuvium, you think about his connections and how he could bring Illuvium to the Teamfight Tactics world and other influencers, other players, and Twitch. Do you know how many people stream and watch Teamfight Tactics on Twitch? Over the past 365 days, 1 year, 214 million hours watched just on Twitch, not including YouTube or other forms of social media, but on Twitch alone, 3,200,000 hours broadcasted, 24,484 average viewers. The potential for this game is absolutely insane, but all right, we get it. So let's take a look at the gameplay and I'll explain a few things. First of all, you can see here is that we are in survival mode. This is the only one that we have beta access to right now, but we can see Overworld is coming soon, where you can actually explore an open world with your ranger to essentially seek out adventures and quests. And then Leviathan, which I believe is the ability to actually challenge other players and bet a certain amount, turn it to casual. So competitive actually only gives you a minute per turn to place your alluvials, and you have to be very strategic, very fast. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to do casual, no timer. You can see I start off with 125 mastery points, which we'll talk about. And basically we'll see a wave of enemy alluvials that we have to beat in order to get to the next wave. I love the graphics. I'm I'm going to fast forward to a later wave that has more alluvials on the field, so that way we can talk about some of the strategy as well as some of the gameplay. I'm now on wave 4. You can see there's a lot more alluvials on the field. I've already beat the first 3 waves, and now I'm on to wave 4. A couple things you can see here is I currently have 3 of the total max of 8 alluvials that I can place on the field. So I do have 1, 2, 3. However, my ranger right here, she does not count. So you can go ahead and place them whenever you want, that they don't count towards your total of 8. These are your mastery points right here. So if I did want to return alluvial like this, you can see I could recall him for 55 more mastery points, which then I can then summon something else if I'd like. But you can only do a total of 2 returns of alluvials per turn. I'm currently on the planning phase. If I click that button next to it, everything goes into that auto battle mode. So everything right now is very strategic. You can see based on my placements, there are primary skills that are buffed up depending on how many I have on the field, and composites that come to factor as well. Now, I'm still fully learning about this side, but this is an advanced game. There are a lot of things that you need to really build out and understand on how to strengthen your team based on your placement and which alluvials you have on the field. Now, something to consider is that there are certain synergies. Now, synergies, what is strong against what? So Earth has a 2x damage towards fire, fire towards nature, nature towards air, air towards water, water towards earth. You can see that there's still a 1x damage amplified to water versus fire, fire versus steam, and so on and so forth. And then obviously it has a weakness towards the corresponding. However, there are several alluvials, especially as you go a tier up, that have a mix of elements. So something to pay attention to is something like frost, which is a mix of water and air, or a big one is steam, like fire mixed with water. So they can have both those, so you need to pay attention to what affinities they have and how that synergy will stack. As you can see here, my Axodon is tsunami, so that's water plus water. Ulura is bloom, which is nature plus earth. And the other thing that you might notice is that he's a rogue. Now there are also special classes. There are fighters, which are looking to do as much damage as possible. There are bulwarks, which are essentially like your tanks, your high defense. There are rogues, which are great because they teleport onto the other side to get a back attack. So if you have a strong unit in the back or like a healer in the back and you want them to go after him, you'd use a rogue. Before we continue, just look at how good these look. Look at the quality of these. I don't have a 4K monitor, I have a 2K monitor, but just look at how good these look. You would not think this is on the blockchain. It is serious quality to this game, and the Rangers just look absolutely badass. First things first, in order to strategize, if we want to pull some of the team out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what the opposing team classes and affinities are, because I want to see exactly if this team will do it or if I want to switch them out. If I right click, I can see that the first guy is a fire type, he is a flare, he is a bulwark, so he is very tanky, max health. You can see that the guy in the back is a familiar, so he's pretty beefy. He is a spore type, so he's air plus nature. And he's a revenant, so he's a rogue plus an empath. So that means he will teleport behind whoever's aligned with him. So I want to put someone who's going to be in the back who can take on this guy. Then we have a nature who is an empath as well, Archie. So these guys are low on the totem pole. I want to take this guy out as fast as possible. But we saw this guy was a spore, so air plus nature, right? So we want to do something that can do really good damage against nature and air. So the fire type would do damage significantly to him. However, I don't have any fire type on the board, so what I could do is I could have this guy just go ahead and stay right here to take out that tank. I don't really need my water type. My bloom could just take on this guy and do some added damage, but first of all, I'm going to get rid of him, so I recall him to get back 40 mastery points. That's one recall. You can see it lowered right there, so I only have one more left I could do. So first thing I want to address is some kind of fire type that could stand back here, so that way he rogues on them and then they go at it. So what I can do is I can look down here and I can look based on the different stages of my alluvial, right? They get stronger as they're stage 2, stage 3. You can see I can also down here look at what my different types of classes are. So what I want to do is go ahead and click fire type, and I probably want something like fighter and or a bulwark. Of these two options, it helps to know what like a behemoth is, right? You want to see what those two different classes are to make that. But what it means is he is a fighter and a bulwark. So he has strong defense, but he's also doing a lot of damage. He's also magma, which is earth plus fire, I believe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick Seer, and I'm gonna put him back here. So again, when he rogues on me, he's gonna go after the Seer. Let me move this guy out of the way. I'm gonna put her over here, so that way she can shoot at him or him, and we're gonna go ahead and shift and right click, and what I'm going to do is I'm then going to equip her fire gauntlet. She had the water pistol before, I'm going to equip that, but I'm also going to make sure that I'm doing some serious damage to her. So you can actually see that you can put different armor that has different defense, different health, but also has different damage output. So I'm going to keep this one equipped. This guy looks absolutely sick. Look at the magma falling off his tail. All right, so we've got 3 Illuvials versus 3 Illuvials. Let's see what happens. Here we go. See, it didn't work out for me that time. I should have put it further back so you see how it moves front target. This guy just the rest of my wings. See, they are attacking that main guy in front. We did take out both of them, and we are tagging this. All 3 Illuvials survive. I lost my regular, but I'm not losing any mastery points or gaining extra by keeping all of them. So the goal is to defeat as many as possible, and we're on to the next wave. Well, we got some big hitters now. So there's only 2 of them, but we can see this guy is a tier 3, is 2,700 health, 30 energy. There's all his stats right there. Granted, so he is earth plus earth. So it definitely makes sense for me to keep my water, but I don't really need my magma guy anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recall him. I get 90 back, so I have 115 mastery points now. This guy is going to do some serious damage against him. I actually could keep this guy to rogue behind him, which I might do, but I want to have something that can do even more damage directly to this guy. But I would like to have something that's not going to be directly against him fighting head on just like this one. I'm going to look at Scion. I'm going to go to water. I don't really gain anything by placing another Axon right there, so I do want to take a look at my primary and composite and see what I can increase over there on the left hand side. You see how they're blinking? I think I am going to use my Duelif, and I think he will go good right here. I'll also place her over here, so she'll be doing some shooting as well. So I'm gonna again go ahead and shift right click. I want to make sure that she is using a water pistol. I'm gonna have her keep doing some serious damage. So quick, and she is good to go. And again, my rogue should go behind this guy. All right, let's see what happens. See how he rogue is actually moving forward and keeping that guy from shooting that much other guys. Doing so much damage to the guy, but he is really fast. And that's game. And we're on to wave 6. It's getting to be stronger Illuvials, more Illuvials. It is extremely strategic and very much reminds me of like Teamfight Tactics and several of those other auto battle or auto chess games. But this game is incredibly fun, very addicting, and again, we are only in beta. So the graphics are incredible. There are traditional gamers and massive blockchain gamers already jumping all over it. There's going to be multiple games that tie within the other games that is going to build a massive franchise. There's land coming soon. You'll of course be able to sell, buy, trade crypto as well as NFTs and resources in the game. And of course, it's play to earn. When the public have access to play the full game and not just the battle style that I showed, it's going to disrupt the entire blockchain gaming space, and I'm stoked to be able to share the developments in the beta as we see changes. If you'd like to learn more and be a part of this incredible community and project, I listed all the links in the video down below, and I really hope you understand why I'm so excited about this project. Illuvium isn't even out yet, and it's already a monster, so stay tuned. As always, I hope you found my content valuable, so please hit the like button, leave a comment down below. The likes and comments appease the algo overlords and help my channel to continue to grow. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell for future content. That's it for today. I'm Taps. Thank you for your time, man. Happy trading.